Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Luna, and we're going to be going into a new game called Music Store Simulator. Now, you know I love my simulation games, so I was actually really excited when I received this game from keymailer. Thank you to keymailer for letting me apply and also get picked for this game. You can click down below if you would like to become a member of keymailer, so you can get opportunities to play test first few games from a range of indies and also up to big name groups. So with that being said, I did get this game free of charge, and if you would like to get this game, you can follow the link also in my description where you can do the pre-log or you can get the actual game that is available on Steam for $21.24 right now, but it's normally $24.99. So depending on when you see this video, it is $25 in itself. But before we get moving too deep into video, remember to thumbs up, subscribe, hit that little bell so you don't miss any of the next videos, and I appreciate you and your support for watching this entirely. So, Music Store Simulator, as we get going in, I'm going to show you my full gameplay, first looks, first view, and my overtake of the game. My first initial statement, I will say this: you only build guitars. With it called Music Store Simulator, I was kind of hoping other instruments would come into play, but maybe that's something that is just specific to this that they wanted to do. So maybe it could be like a guitar store simulator. I don't really know, but as we get into it, going on with a lot of simulation games that are very similar to this one that you've seen me play before. You build, you construct, and you sell. You have a turnaround, you have customers, everything that you have to immerse into it to get the job done. So with enough being said, let's go ahead and get into our gameplay. Welcome in. We're going to go into our gameplay of Music Store Simulator. Again, this game is an early access that you can get from Steam, and as you can see, we're going to be making some beautiful guitars. I wish we were making a little bit more instruments, but it's fine. So when you first get started in the game, when you click on new game, you'll get to name your shop. You'll also get to pick your head office, country. I know it says state, but it's a country. You'll pick your city. And then you'll also pick your logo. You'll get to pick the time and start of your game. I kept mine to 8 o'clock in the morning. That is when my day starts, and it ends at 1700 hours. Now, I already have a game started, but after you pick all the things that you want, your logo, your title, and all that, you will then get to pick what shape that you would like to have your guitars be. So I will do it really fast, but these are the different shapes that you can start off with. You can only pick 3. You have to start off with a classic guitar, but during this early access you will be able to pick a classic guitar cutaway, a dreadnought guitar, a roundback guitar, and then the other ones are currently not available at the moment, and then you would go ahead and start your game. I'm gonna go ahead and load in to the game that I have that did not save, so we will start it all over again. It's fine. This is my second time recording this video because I completely messed up my screen and half of the game wasn't showing. These are the cities that you get to choose from, and I thought we were able to put our own city in, but it's fine. I'll stick with Chicago in my Illinois area, and then these are the I keep calling these guitars computers, the guitars that I am choosing to go with. It's fine. So when we walk in, we'll go ahead and do a live tour of the room that you'll be getting as it's loading in, and just like any other simulation game, we are going to be immersing in customers and not really interactions, but we have to pay attention to what they're needing and what they're looking for. Now, like I said, this is a simulation game and is an early access. Our developers are Crystallia Games and publisher Creative Games and Playway SA. Again, you can find this over on Steam for $24.99. Depending on when you see this, it is on sale right now for $21.24. So as we're waiting for this to load in, like I said, I love simulation games. They are some of the biggest games that I constantly play. I love being able to not only chill with myself, but showcasing it. But I know for a fact that it would be really dope if we had a multiplayer in this one, because we do get 2 workbenches. So being able to build and run your little store with your friends would be fun. So as you can see, oh, that's how you leave to end your workday. So there's our logo on the door, our name up there. Let's go. All right, so as we walk in, you get your 2 workbenches, and this is where your storage will be. As you walk through the tutorial, you'll also learn that this is where all of your parts are kept, and you can click over to see what you have in stock, what you don't have in stock, and the quality of it from there on. All of these is what we have in stock in our numberage. So then we're gonna head on upstairs. This is more like an apartment than a store, because we don't actually keep product here, right? So when you go to your right, this is where you will be fine-tuning and testing the sound of your guitars. You actually do get to tune them, which is actually pretty dope. I thought that was kind of fun. It has a little bit more hands-on, so I thought that was cool. All right, so we have a new email, so we're gonna head on up to our computer. So as of right now, it'll show you the tutorial. You can have the option to show the tutorial or turn the tutorial off. I still have it in tutorial mode. I did play it for like an hour, but we're clearly redoing this video over. But it's showing you where to get your customers at. You can deny customers. You don't have to accept all of them. But again, once you deny them, they don't come back. At least I don't know if there's like a rotation period or anything like that. But it'll tell you all of their likes and all of that. I will say this. I was very, very overwhelmed when I first opened this up, because I'm a person that I'm very hands-on and I like to point click and just do it myself. When I see a lot of words and a lot of things happening, very, very terrifying for me, and I wasn't that excited when I opened it up, because I was like, this is a lot. Like, she likes the spruce, but there's like 2 different kinds of spruce. Yeah. At least when we pick it up, it's telling us right here that we have these parts available. But as you can see here, we do not have strings available. Now it's telling us the price of the price of the strings and their quality. Now, of course, when you're making a product, you want to make the best quality. But, you know, I think it just depends on money and what you're funding and what you want to do. Sometimes they don't care about quality. Sometimes they want it in a hurry and they just want it done. So there's that as well. So we're gonna go ahead and accept this order, and then when we go ahead and accept this order, we are then gonna go to the store on our computer, which is gonna tell us that, and then we're gonna order the parts that we need. So when you're in here in the store, you have the option to go by category or go by order. I know absolutely nothing about guitars. Not even, I learned how to play guitar, I self-taught myself, but do I know the exact names of anything, let alone parts to build them? No. So it tells you right here that Miss Sarah is missing some parts. So we're gonna scroll down and find the one that's in red. So then we'll know what parts that we need to order. It's probably down at the bottom. Here we go. So there's our strings. So the red little house with the number will tell us what we have in stock. Clearly we have 40 of these in stock. We have 10 of these ones, and that's pretty high quality ones that we got in stock. So it'll tell us which ones per quality as well. So if we wanted to go back and just have some like lower quality items in there just for backup, we could. So back down to our strings that I just passed. We're gonna go ahead and get our highest quality strings. We need 6 of them. So it says needed parts and assemble parts. We have 0 out of 6. If you wanted to get more parts, so let's go ahead and get 12. We're going to prepare ourselves for our next to order. So then they're already here. It's telling us we have sufficient space in our warehouse. So there are big words coming today, but it's all right. And so then it's going to tell us the initial cost of it. We have no discount. We are going to get a quick delivery. Now you have the option of getting a fast or a slow delivery. Normal delivery is going to take 2 days. So if we were to do a normal delivery, which it doesn't even give us the option to switch with that may just be part of the tutorial. Normal is 2 days, and it's, I believe, 20% cheaper to do 2 days instead of the fast 2-hour delivery. So as we're putting this together, by the time we are halfway through with our guitar, we should be able to have those strings in. So we go ahead and click buy. And that's in euros, so it's not in USD, so I have no idea how much money that is. So we're gonna go ahead and get started as we're waiting for those strings to come in. All right, so it's gonna tell us where that is. I'll just show you myself. So it's gonna tell you everything that Sarah's looking for: a classic guitar. She's about in the mid-range with money. Quality, she wants a higher quality, and the time, she wants it pretty fast, but not too big. But we have 4 days remaining. And the quality required is like 1 1/4 star. So we're gonna go ahead and right click, hold that down, and it's gonna ask us where do we want to work. We're gonna go to the workbench. We have 2 workbenches. We'll just go to the one right next to us, and then we'll click on move here. So now our guitar is laid out, and we're gonna right click and click on the little tools and the glue thing, and we're gonna left click there. So when you start putting this together, everything up top is showing you your assembly, your gluing, your clamping, your painting, settings, drying, and dismantling. Over on the right hand side, if you're ever not sure of what item you're looking for that you need to put together, go ahead and highlight where that blue box is, or you can always push the F button, and that's how you're gonna know what is gonna come next in what you need to assemble. So when you hover over what you need to do, you're gonna left click and hold that as that little thing goes in. And so then on the left hand side is where it's going to construct you on what you're going to do. You're gonna click on your initial quality. And of course it's telling us this is one that we have in stock, but that's not what we need. So we're gonna find the one that is green on both ends. This is one that we have in stock, and this would be perfect for what we need. Now, as you see here, the spruce one, I don't know why there's double spruce. I think one seems a little bit lighter than the other one, but we don't have this one in stock, but this one would have been a good choice for us to use, but we're gonna use the one that has the double green there. This is our initial quality. We can go ahead and adjust like our wood cutting and all of that. I wish it would stop rotating. Can we get it to stop moving? So like if you wanted to kind of adjust your wood grain, as you can see it kind of changing there, you can have all of that go through, or you can click automatic configuration. I don't remember her saying if she wanted like any specific color. I don't remember. I don't know. It says order spruce, opaque, burgundy, and gloss. So automatic configuration, just do it that way, and then phase completed. And now we're gonna go on to our next item that's highlighted, and you're gonna go through and do the exact same thing. So we'll find the one, that bad boy right there, automatic configuration, phase completed. Now that I know what I'm doing, things are going a lot smoother, because this may not be an hour-long video like the first one was, because the first one was me very confused and trying to find things, because some of these can be a little daunting because you can't exactly see where it is that you're trying to click on. So now we're going to go into our gluing phase. So initial quality, we're going to glue this side piece that we highlighted. It's going to show us that's the one we're working on. Fantastic. We're going to click on our glue, and the glue that we have a 1 hour glue that is a 3 quality, and then we have another 1 hour glue, but it's a 5 quality. Now sometimes depending on the glue that you get, you have a 3 hour, 2 hour glue. We're going to use the one with the higher quality that holds a little bit better, and then we're going to go in and glue. So your WASD also is what you can use to control your camera. And then you're just going to hold down your left click and just glue over this like you're painting. These little pieces are a little tricky, but it will show up what you're supposed to be painting, what you're supposed to be gluing when you get to that. And over here, our gluing is pretty much good quality. It's telling us our area we've gotten is 89%. You don't have to 100% it if you don't want to. It will kind of display on your end quality though, but then sometimes I just can't find that spot that I missed, and I'm like, yeah, guess what? Phase completed. We'll accept it. All right, so now we have to do the other side of the frame. Exact same thing that we're gonna do. Grab what we need, go ahead and start gluing, use that high quality glue, and get gluing. Now, the camera is a little tricky as I'm trying to do a lot of the smaller pieces, and I don't know if it's just me, but I've had issues when I was trying to do painting on the large scale of the guitar, and I could not get it to flip upwards because that's what I was trying to do, to like paint over some of the parts that I couldn't see because it was laying down. And so I was like, we're just gonna leave it. Like, I think I got like 90% of it glued, so I'm hoping that the customer got it and it wasn't too bad. But who knows? All right, so this piece, when I was gluing it the first time, I was so confused because I didn't realize that it'll only show up on the sides that you need to paint. So it doesn't really matter if you go crazy like I am, just to cover what you can, because it'll only technically get on the glue side that you have to add glue to. So it's not too if on what it is that you have to add and what you have to glue it to, because Lord knows if glue really got everywhere on this, like I would have it on the baseboard, I would have it on the table, it would be literally everywhere in places that it doesn't need to be. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and adding some clamps. The things that you do with the clamps is actually kind of fun. Depending on the type of clamp that you want, this one does a 94% better job than this one. So you'll always want to try and go with a better clamp. And then with this specific clamp, every clamp is different that you're going to be using. So this one has a too loose, too tight, and just right feature. So we're going to hold down on that right mouse, and it's going to crank, 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 and it's going to tell us when it's good. So we're going to do the same thing to this bottom one down here. I will say, now that I'm going through it a second time and knowing a little bit more of what I'm doing has been a little bit more engaging. I think when you first initially start a new game and you're trying to learn how to do everything, you can sometimes go into it with that first hour of playing, and sometimes even the first 30 minutes of like, yep, I hate this game. This is terrible. But just learning something new can sometimes be super hard. But once you get the hang of it and you get a feel for it, you can start enjoying something that you never thought that you would enjoy. I tell a lot of people that, especially with these simulators, and a big one with Second Life, you have to be patient. As you can see, I'm just gluing all over. Because the first time I played this and I was trying to figure out how to play, I was like, yeah, I don't see how this is gonna be fun for me. But now that I have it down and I'm not taking as long and racking my brain on where this is, how do I do this, I feel like I'm moving along really well now. So if it's your first time playing this or any game, just stick with it. But you know when when a game just isn't for you. But give it a little shot. Take your time. Do what you gotta do. I am interested in seeing, as I watch some of the previews and other gameplay of this, I'm interested to see if they ever will add other types of instruments, since it is a music store simulator. All right, so here's another section of these clamps. So we are going to need 8 clamps. So what I do is I go through and find the highest percentage of ones. Looks like 93 is it, and then we have a 91. Ooh, these are low. I saw an 85. 85. It looks like 82 is going to be our next one. 80. 75. 75. All right, those are our best clamps. And now we're going to go to our positioning. With these, we just have to click and lower, like we're clicking our clamps on. Easy peasy. So it's very interactive. It kind of makes me think also of House Flipper, as when you build stuff and you have to screw, click this. So it's not just always just click, click, click. You actually have to add some motion to it. So while our guitar is going to be drying, we have to go put it away. Oh, do we have to add another item? Or do we have to dry it? Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so we have to dry it first. I'm jumping ahead of the gun because I know what's next. So when you click on your drying, these are your 2 storage racks. You click on the details, and then you're just gonna click where you want it, and we're just gonna put it on that rack. And so then we go over to our rack. I'll explain that in a second. We go over to our rack, and it's telling us it's going to take 1 hour and 9 minutes to dry. So in that time, I don't think we have any more customers at the moment. So if we had more customers, we would just go work on a couple more guitars, but we don't have any in yet. So then we can go over to our couch and we can actually rest for 1 hour to 2 hours. If you wanted to, you could leave for the day, but you're wasting time because the day's not over and you can get a lot more done, and then the customer doesn't have to wait. So we're going to right click on our couch and we're going to go ahead and just rest for 1 hour. So then our time's going to go by. It's telling us we're going to wake up at 11:03, and then we can check out and see how much time has passed. We should still have a couple minutes left. And so what I do, honestly, I just do this and then I get back up. You hit spacebar. You can wake up anytime if you don't want to, well, it's not really waking up. Well, I guess you can call it a nap, but you can get up at any time by hitting that spacebar. You don't have to wait for the full 1 hour to 2 hours to go. All right, so we have our guitar that's ready. We're going to put it back on our bench. And now we're going to get those clamps off so we can keep going on with this beautiful guitar that we are making. These clamps off. It's coming together beautifully. And then we're gonna go ahead and unscrew this one as well. And we're gonna move on to our next step in our guitar making. So we are gonna be getting close to, oh, what did I do? Oh, automatic configuration. There we go. And then we're gonna start gluing it, get our glue, start gluing. So this one we're gonna take along the edge here. I was gonna say something, I forgot what it was. There went that brain. Went a bye-bye. But as you can see, if I go to glue over there, it will not get on it. It's just going to glue in the area that you need. And I just keep going over it until, one, the drying needs to get up their stars. And then when we're gluing, we just need to get that back up. And then those stars are in, and then our phase completed will be done. So now we need to do the binding, which is right there. And we're going to grab the one that we have in stock and is the exact thing that she wants. And then phase completed, that'll get added. And then the one that we need is right there on the bottom. We're gonna hold F so it stays highlighted. And this one's really hard to get to. You gotta get it just right. There we go. Alright, pick the one that we have and that she wants in stock. Phase completed. Get that bad boy added. So now we're going to add some more different clamps on here, because then we're going to have to get some more time. So this one needs 9. 96 is our highest, so 96, 95. We had 2 92s. I had an 89, 88, 85. Oh, we had another 88. 83. So that is all 9 of our clamps. And now we're going to get all of these on. I believe there are 4 different clamps all together that we ended up using when you're building a guitar. And they all go, because I wanted to go this way first. And they all go on differently. The game is deciding which order I put them in, but I guess I can manage with that. Nope, I'm going to this one. You can't tell me what to do. I wanted to do this. Okay, so that one's done, and now we're going to head on to our bridge. Now, like I said before, the only thing I know about guitars is how to tune them, because I did self-teach myself when I was a little kid. I always had a fascination with music. and I was in band. I played the clarinet, so I don't even play the instrument that I was actually taught how to play. But I loved guitar. I self-taught myself how to play guitar and self-taught myself how to play the keyboard. And it wasn't anything that I stuck with, because I didn't really get a lot of support with it. And as a kid, if it wasn't a true passion, then I wouldn't have stuck with it, and I didn't. But I've always loved just listening to people play the guitar. Even if I ever pick one back up, it's kind of nostalgia, and it kind of comes back to you. So when I saw this, not just because of the simulation, I was like, "Aw, you know, I wanna learn how to build a guitar." And I mean, it kind of does teach you how to put guitars together. Of course, I couldn't do this on my own if I did it myself, but kind of seeing the initial of how guitars are put together, when they put them together, and the parts that are needed is still fun. So that's why I say don't always knock the simulation games, because they can be nostalgia for people, or it can teach you just the basics and kind of see what people kind of go through putting things together. Now, of course, there's going to be a lot more in-depth things to do when you're building a guitar, but so far this game is very relaxing and very fun. Just being able to kind of immerse yourself into actually crafting and putting something together. And I'm gonna go ahead and just finish this. Okay, when I said that, we hit 100%. Alright, so that's on there. We should be getting back to some clamps. Alright, so this one we just need 4. Alright, I see a 97, 95. I see one higher than 92. 92 and 90. Alright, so this one we're gonna click and drag down. Click and drag down. Oop, that one bounced back on me. There we go. Alright, so then I gotta put this on. I think we just have to, do we have to glue that one? Nope, I don't think so. It just goes right on there. Alright, so now this one's gonna have to dry as well. So let's get this back on the shelf to dry. And then let's see how much time, it's right next to us, it's needed. So 1 hour and 12 minutes. We'll go ahead and sit it out. Maybe? We'll do 1 hour, and then I'll sit back down for like another 10 minutes, and then we'll go from there. Let's just see how much time is left. 10 minutes. About right. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and get up, and we should be good and ready to go. Perfect. Alright, put this back on our bench. Get these clamps off. There we go. Get these bad boys off. I kind of know where the camera's going now. I got you memorized. Almost. I thought we were going to keep going that way. Alright, was that our last one? Okay, that was our last one. So now we're going to get into some painting. That I'm not fantastic at. But it's going to give us what we need. We need to paint the bottom, the bands, the soundboard, and the neck. So let's go ahead and start on the back. Do our layer 1. And you can do auto painting if you wanted to, but we're gonna go in with our handy dandy mouse and just paint it through. It's not perfect. I wish we could kind of change the size, and I wish we could actually have like a what is it? Is it air painting? I keep thinking airsoft, but that is not the same thing. Because I know we have that in the museum simulator that I have. Airbrush, there it is. I wish we could like airbrush this on, because I'm like, I see streaks and I'm like, man, is that me or will that like go away? Okay, so we're 100% in that, and then you can click auto painting, and then we can go ahead to our next element. Oh wait, does it want us to add? Oh, I wasn't sure if it wanted us to add a second layer or not. Wait, does it want us to add a second layer? We're good. All right, the bands. So my next thing is, okay, that's how we rotate our bad boy, but can we rotate it to where it's on its side? That would be fantastic. Like, I want to see if I can like rotate it on its side, but I guess I can't. So we will find a way. Wait, which one are we doing? Oh, we're doing the other side. Okay, so we're doing this side, which, can we rotate it this way then? Okay, so that's easier to do that this way. Because, like, I want to hold it upwards, but it's only telling me how to flip it over. Alright, so that shows, if we hold down F, it shows us the area that we are painting. If you ever get confused on what you're supposed to be painting, just push that F, and then you'll be able to see which areas that is. I wish it would kind of show, like, what areas you missed. So right now I'm at 99% painting, but like, there's a spot missing somewhere, but I'll take the 99. All right, we're gonna flip this over, hit our layer, and I assume that there's different layers depending on what people are needing. So if you need to add like a primer, or they want like red on this side, and then they want to put like a streak down the center, I imagine that's what the layer mean. And then there's also decals that you can add. So if a person is wanting decals, again, that's something that would be in your initial ordering of what you would have to get before they everything came in and you had to put it together. And the funny thing is, I'm just assuming that this is the colors I wanted, because I mean, I'm happy that it picks them out for you, and all you have to do is make sure you have them in stock, because it is a lot when you're looking at what they're looking for. So I'm glad that they did put that in the game, to where you just have to make sure what they want is in stock, and it's like your person just knows. Because if I had to go through and memorize every little thing and have to keep going back and forth trying to find this, trying to find that, it would drive me insane. So I'm wondering if we go back in, okay, that one didn't offer auto painting at the last end there, so I was trying to see like what that was about. But let's go ahead and get the the neck painted. So we're gonna highlight so we can see what exactly it is that we're gonna be painting. I'm gonna go ahead and flip it over, and then everything that's highlighted, that pink purplish color, is what we're going to be painting. So let's go ahead and get that going. So we're gonna have to do the back side of the neck, and then make sure you get the insides as well on both sides. So then we'll have to flip it back over, or we can rotate it around to get the inside of that like that. I think that's what I missed last time, and I couldn't figure it out, and I was like, yeah, 95% done is good enough. I'm so happy the colors don't bleed, because look, that red would have been a brown in a heartbeat. All right, make sure we get the tops here. Gotta be a little tedious when you're doing some of this, especially if you want to get that percentage of layering done. I think everything is covered well on this side. Let's flip it over. I'm not seeing where else we missed to only have 87% done. Because there's really nothing on this side that needs to be done. Let's flip it back over. It's being a little finicky with the neck. I will say this. Last time I did the neck, it was very finicky as well. And I couldn't figure out what I was missing. Because I wish it would also show up like where you missed. But we may just finish it out like this because I don't know what else we could be missing. Because all of these parts on the inside are getting done. I don't know, it just says 88. It looks complete to me. Yeah, we're just going to... Alright, we can... Oh, okay, we hit auto paint, and it kind of finishes the detailing for us. Oh, that's handy and good to know. You must not apply this paint to the Slayer. Okay, so... Is there any other one? Because I know this one had... That one was already done. Did this one have any type of auto painting? No. Alright, I guess that one's fine. We're gonna go ahead and do ahead of dry again. But that one over on... I keep thinking I'm at the other place. So this one needs 1 hour and 6 minutes. We're gonna wait it out. Wake up at 15:42. And time. And then I already know we're gonna need a couple more minutes. So we're gonna wait it out. And bada bing, bada boom. Should be ready to go. Alright, take it to our bench next to us here. Go ahead and get started. Now we are almost done with our assembly. Now we're gonna do let's go ahead and grab these bad boys and add these on. Now the next few steps we're gonna be doing are a little tedious because there's a lot of them, and so it's going to line them up, and so we're gonna have to click and then they drop. And the strings you have to do one by one, so again, a little tedious. And I think that probably took up more time than anything else that we've done, but not like a ton of time. Like, it's like, oh, we have to click and click all of these down, but it's not too bad, like I said. Boop, 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 boop. Perfect. All right, next item, and we're gonna put our strap hook on. And we're gonna have to do one little screw of this guy. Come on. Almost in there. There we go. Alright, so then we'll do the next one. Can't get to that. Go the other way. Let's just do this one. We'll just do that. We'll do the bottom here in a second. To rotate and stuff isn't as easy. It does give you the letters of like what to do, but it can get a little bit hard to actually get to it. Bada bing, bada boom. The sound is actually quite pleasing. As you're assembling different screws in. I could totally do an ASMR full of just assembling things in the simulators that I have. I don't remember if House Flipper you can exactly hear them going in. Alright, the strings. The strings are tedious. A little bit more. We're gonna pick the ones that we want to use. It's going to put them on, and then we have to click this ball to the next one, to this one, to... Did it go? No, it didn't. So we have this ball to... No, it messed up again. This camera, I tell you. Here. Okay, so we have this ball. Click, drag, click, click. So don't let go of your mouse when you're doing it. So then we're gonna go to our next string. So you want to turn your camera, click, click, keep holding, click, click. All right, so one of these strings, did we miss one of these? I feel like we missed one. Who knows? Some of them go a little faster than the other ones. Oops, do not jump the gun. As you're trying to do it fast now, once you kind of get the hang of it. I would be interested in finding out if you could do like a custom guitar with like your own color scheme and your own, you know, decals and stuff, and then if you could sell them on the line. I think that would be interesting to do. So not just taking custom orders, but being able to make your own. Like say you're not getting any orders in, if there's dead time while guitars are drying, if you could go in and end up making your own type of guitar and then put it up for sale. I personally think that would be fun because I love being creative, especially in simulation games, and having that option of not just creating for someone. But you know, just a thought. So now we're gonna get into something fun. We're gonna take our guitar up to our rehearsal room, and I'm gonna show you how we are gonna end up tuning our guitar for our clients. So back upstairs into our music room, and I believe you can go through and start updating some of these rooms, and I'll show you that as well. So right click, we're gonna go into our tuning, and it's going to show us how we're going to tune our guitar. So we have our numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And you're going to go through it, and when you hit that number, it's going to tell you it is way lower than what it should be. So you're going to go over to what's highlighted. Left click is going to go down. Right click is going to go up. So we need to bring it up. And when we get that red check, the green check mark, or that green on our tuner, then we know that it's tuned correctly. So we're going to go to our B2 string, and it is too high, so we need to bring it down. Oh, there we go. Bring it up, and you can push it to repeat the sound if you need to hear it as much as you want to. Why does it not go? Oh, we got to make sure we're the right section there. So depending on which one you're at, make sure that you're on the highlighted section of where the string is. There's that one. Ooh, our E is really low. Our E1. All right, and now we are all tuned. We got all green check marks. So now we're going to confirm that the test is done. And now it's going to show us the window. You can find all the information about the parts you assembled, and also you can tell the final price for our customer. So we have our bottom, our bands, it's showing the different quality of what we're using. So the total quality is a 2.3, which is a little bit higher than what she was looking for. And so far her happy meter did go up a little bit. If we wanted to fine tune it and raise the cost, we would raise it, and then it would change her happiness, of course, of where everything was, and then of course the lower it is, and it's also going to tell us our profit. We're going to keep ours at, I think we were at, I'm trying to see, I thought it told us what profit. So her quality, she requested, we actually gave her a little bit more quality than what she was wanting. So I'm going to raise it just a little bit. She's still happy. And popularity of brand out of Chicago has gone up 2.4%. But other than that, she overall, everything is in the green. So we did do well with this customer, and our final price and then our balance, and we're going to hit confirm. So that was our first sale that we did. And then in the bottom right hand corner, you see the little bell. If you hit in, it'll tell you we have new mail received. This is when our strings got delivered, which we already got those. So it is telling us that we have some more emails of customers that are wanting to come in. We have Christina Payne and Paige Gutierrez. If you ever wanted to refuse something, you absolutely could, and it also shows their mood. But also another thing that you can look into, our finances, bank, statistic, and warehouse is not available at this current moment during this beta access, but you can look at brand popularity, and it has a couple of countries that are highlighted, and our popularity percentage compared to other countries. And then when we go back also, it'll show us our market, parts, and supplies. That's where we got all of our supplies from. And then our studio structure. This is where you can upgrade different aspects of your studio. Right now we have insufficient funds, so we could upgrade our rehearsal room, and then our production room, and then we could upgrade our private area that we have. And actually, can we build that now? Alright, you're about to build a private collection for a sum of 1.2 euros. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that build and see what that is. I'm not 100% sure, but let's test it out and see. So, I think that is probably gonna go there, because that's a room. Oh, it probably will. I think that is our little private room. Let me see what pops up when to the recording studio. Oh, this is where you would record. This is the rehearsal room. So maybe that was the private room. Or did I misread that? Because that's the warehouse. Is there another door somewhere that I don't know about? Maybe? We'll find out and we'll see when that is good and done. Because I don't see any other doors. But yeah, this was our music store simulator. Let me know what you think of this game. Are you looking forward to playing it? And I'm really curious if the devs are going to add any other types of instruments and other aspects to the game. So, like, subscribe, hit that little bell so you don't miss any of the next videos, and we will catch you next time here in the Luna Galaxy. This is Luna, Galaxy out.